Assalamu alaikum. Just sharing a link to my other social media, everyone, on YouTube. Be with you in a second, inshallah. YouTube, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with you guys very soon, yeah? Very soon. Give me a second, yeah? Just sending to all my other social medias. Jazakallah khair to everyone in the comments. Assalamu alaikum. M, is that children M? Is that your second account? I'm just going live on Instagram and I'm going to be with you lot. Inshallah. Okay. Here we go. Okay, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, the bell at the side, hit it, and the 3 bells will come up. Hit the top one, because if you don't, you won't get notifications when I'm doing a video and it's come up. Yeah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum to everyone on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and so forth. Today I want to talk about a serious issue. I've got quite a few social medias and things are going a bit crazy. Now basically I want to talk about sisters who do fashion hauls, vlogs, tutorials. Now, before anyone assumes and it's the first time they're watching this channel, don't come to me about this thing about, oh, but brothers do this and brothers do A, B, and C and this, that, and the other. First of all, it's a deflection. Yeah, it's a deflection. There's an issue. There's a huge issue, especially with TikTok and Instagram. And when you bring up the issue and then you automatically say, but brothers do A, B, and C, first of all, yeah, don't assume that this channel is like every other channel. Yeah, if you ever watched this channel before, you're going to say, oh, but brothers do A, B, and C. Then you obviously don't watch this channel. Because I've addressed brothers, I've done many videos on brothers like who are in a rap industry and talking about having zina with bare girls and having kids not being alive and selling drugs and doing robberies and explaining how like they're messing up. These brothers are messing up the deen and calling youth astray. I may be one of the only channels that basically, when all the other channels have been praising Khabib and raising him up to a level which he shouldn't be, because for us the prophets, the companions, and the rest of the Salaf and the great scholars and so forth, these are our role models and stuff, not really sports stars and stuff. Especially when someone's aura is exposed and what they do to earn a living is haram. While all the other big channels have been praising him and and saying so forth, I've actually did a video saying, look, it's double standards. Yeah, we can't be talking about sisters in an incorrect hijab and then be praising this brother who's always exposed, the people he's resting in always exposed, the women in the ring who are walking around in basically underwear and stuff, always exposed, and what the person does for a living isn't allowed. Yeah, and there must be some people crying about it now. So when I'm going to talk about this issue, don't say about brothers do A, B, and C. If it's an issue, it's an issue, whether it's to do with brothers and so forth. In fact, and like I said, stop assuming, because maybe other channels don't talk about these things. But my last video was for both genders. It was about how rappers are marketing to Muslims and using certain words and certain terms to get Muslims who don't listen to Quran music to start singing their songs and all this kind of stuff, and it's been happening. Like Inshallah, Mashallah, 6ix9ine, Nicki Minaj and Drake and all these people. Yeah. So the whole point of what I'm trying to say is that this situation I want to talk about, sisters, doing fashion hauls and vlogs and all these tutorials and stuff. I don't want to hear, but brothers A, B, and C. My last 2 videos before the marketing one were about Muslim fathers, especially the ones from abroad, that they're physically present. Alhamdulillah, they pay their bills and they, financially they're hard workers and this, that, and the other, but they're not mentally present. And I did one video for Muslim fathers from abroad, and they're dealing with their sons and dealing with their daughters, not showing attention, not showing attention to their sons, even though they're paying their bills and they're not mentally present with their sons. Yeah, and then the son, sometimes go out and join gangs for love and all this kind of stuff, or attention or whatever. And then same thing with the sisters having relationships because their fathers are not showing them love and so forth. So, yeah, when I address this thing, if you don't like the topic, it's okay. No one's forced you to stay. You can go and listen to some big channel that will talk about unicorns and bloody rainbows and never address the topics that really want to be addressed. Yeah, but there's certain issues that need to be talked about, and I'm going to address them. Like it if you like it, don't like it if you don't like it. But I'm going to be straight with its brothers or his sisters and so forth. Anyway, yeah. So to start, okay. If the picture's not that good on Instagram, then just go on YouTube, Streetordeentv. It's live there. Yeah, cool. Okay. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay. I think anyone who has social media has seen how blatantly open sinning is just normal now. It's just normal now. It's just like, especially with things like TikTok and Instagram, like just doing haram. It's just accepted. I've already done a video about brothers who rap and saying that one of the worst and most dangerous things you can be is a Muslim rapper. And I've explained the reason why it's so dangerous is because Allah sent the Prophet, the companions and the rest of the Salaf, the Tabi'in and Atba' Tabi'in, and they came to this dunya, they risked their life and they explained, how we're supposed to live our life. Allah said in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. He didn't create mankind and jinn, except to worship him. And the Prophet showed us, and the companions and Salaf, they showed us how we do this, how we basically enact this in our lives. Told us what, to work, whether pray, work, get married, don't have relationships out of marriage, don't rave, don't listen to music, don't go clubbing. They explained to us, have families. They explained to us. I explain when you're a rapper, it's like Allah sent the Prophet. He says, worship Allah alone. Don't have intermediates, don't do good luck signs, don't do star signs, don't do, superstition, all this walking underneath a ladder, all this, broken pavement, all this, I'm a Virgo and I'm a Leo, and like, believe in one God, Don't worship intermediaries along with that God. Don't believe in superstitions, this, that, and the other. Earn your money from halal, get married. There's no such thing as girlfriend, boyfriends. It's marriage rules, get married, have families, and raise worshippers of children that worship Allah. And I explained the reason why being a Muslim rapper is so dangerous is because you come along after knowing this, and this is why this video is for the sisters that do fashion halls, vlog their life when they're not even practicing, do makeup tutorials and hijab fashion tutorials and so forth. This is why this YouTube thing, or this Instagram thing, or this whatever whatever social media on, why it's so dangerous. Because just like the brothers, you sisters who do this, just like the brothers, this is one of the most dangerous things you can do, because you're not interfering. Interfering is too much of a light work. Basically, the Prophet's been sent. He came, he told people what Allah said. He explained how to pray, how to live, to get married, this, that. Don't listen to music, don't do this. He showed us how to live. Then the brothers come along with their rapping and they completely say the opposite of what the Prophet said, the Salaf said, and the rest of them said. And the same thing with sisters who do fashion halls. When you do fashion halls, or you vlog your life and you're not practicing them, you're telling people basically, I know Allah sent the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I know he sent many prophets, I know, the companions, they took the message from the Prophet and they spread it. The Prophet said, You know, Allah said, He said, a prophet to every nation, first thing call him to worship Allah alone and avoid false gods. You know, he said, you're going to Mawad ibn Jabal. Yeah, Mawad ibn Jabal, he said to him, you're going to people with the book, so the first thing you call to Tawheed. And then after that, you know, tell them about the prayer and this, that, and so forth. You know? So the thing is that there's a way of life that has been set out from Allah to the Prophet, yeah, which he passed on to the companions. Then you come along, sisters, and then what you do is that you know in the Quran, you know in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslims, the books of Hadith, you know how we're supposed to live, and you come and tell people to do the complete opposite. The complete. So it's like the Prophet came and said one thing, established, they risked their lives, had fought battles and stuff to establish, to explain people clearly how to worship Allah and live their life, and then you come along. No one forces you to set up a YouTube channel. Yeah, it was very clear how the Prophet told women what their role and what they should do and what they shouldn't do, and how they should dress and how they shouldn't dress in public. So you know about the female companions, you know about Aisha, you know about Fatima, you know, but these women, the female companions and the rest of female self, there were certain things. Yes, we're not saying it's haram to have a job, but we know that the main purpose why Allah created sisters, yeah, is that Allah created them to have kids, yeah, and raise them as worshippers of Allah. Call it sexist, call it anti-feminist or whatever, this, that, and the other. That's what He did. Same thing as us men, that we're supposed to work, provide this, that, and the other, so forth, be role models, get married, have kids, and be role models to them, and teach them how to worship Allah. Teach them to work and have trades or whatever it is, yeah, and also worship Allah, and we're supposed to set the example. And mothers, yes, we're not saying it's haram for a woman to work, and you know, if you want to, you know, we know if a woman works, her money is her own money, this, that, and the other, and so forth. But we know that the primary thing is that for a woman is that she worships Allah alone, yeah, and that she has kids to raise, are worshippers of Allah. And we know this from the Hadith where the Prophet said, marry and have many kids, because I want my ummah to be the biggest on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Yeah. So the point is this: when you come along now, yeah, as a Muslim woman, yeah, and you make an account on YouTube, yeah, and you know what the Prophet said, you know before you make the video, while you make the video, and after you make the video, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yeah, there's a certain life of Muslim woman. Like I said, it's not haram for her to work, you know, it's not haram for her to have her own money and to do certain things and this, that, and the other. But when you come along, and everyone knows you're Muslim, people know you're Muslim. Whether you say I'm Muslim or not, it doesn't matter. People know from your facial features or from your nationality or from your name, people know who's Muslim. Whether, there's people converted to Islam every day, yeah? Whether they're from the corporate level and business level, whether from the streets, these people are converted to Islam from all different walks of life, from every different country. And whether someone was in the corporate world at the top, yeah, or from working class, or in just like basically in the streets and so forth, all of these people that converted, they have close friends. And this is thousands of people that are converted there. And they used to hang around these friends. They used to smoke, they used to drink, they used to rave, they used to have girlfriends, do zero, this, that, and the other, and they become Muslim. Slowly they start changing, and they explain to their friends in the corporate world, in the streets, yeah, in the working in retail, wherever it is, from the richest of the richest to the poorest of poor. And they've explained to them, I can't go with you to clubbing no more. You know, they've explained to their girlfriends or girlfriend, yeah, I can't be with you no more because sex outside of marriage in Islam. They've explained in detail to their friends, yeah, that listen, you know, Muslims, we can't do A, B, and C, and a lot of them have started practicing, yeah. And people know, even if they're not religious, people from this country they're Muslim, people from that country they're Muslim. Like people generally, they know you're Muslim. I don't care whether you say you're religious or not. It doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. People know when you're vlogging on YouTube, when you're doing a vlogging or fashion hauls or these things, they know you're Muslim. if you're from certain countries. People who are not religious, all they do is smoke weed, you know, raving this, that, and the other. They know certain people from this country and that country. People who know you're Muslim. Yeah? And no one forced you to upload this video. So like I said, these videos. So like I said, you know, yeah, that the Prophet has come and he's said how a Muslim woman should be, what her purpose in life is, what she should do and what she shouldn't do. Yeah, and it's been put out in the dunya. You know about the Quran, you know about Sahih Muslim, you know about Sahih Bukhari, it's put out there. Then you come along and then you say you upload videos with no hijab on. Tight jeans, this, that, and the other, you walk up and down, this, that, and the other, and so forth. You know that Allah hasn't created people to do this. The creator of the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky, the one that controls the planets. You know that he sent a messenger that risked his life, had battles, was stoned by a stone so much one time that his blood's overpoured with blood and so forth. You know that the female companions, you know, when they wore hijab, they stood out from the other, you know, the other Muslims, and they were boycotted and they were forced out of Mecca. You know all of this, and you know that. You know the reason why we exist. So when you decide, yeah, just like the brothers who do rapping and so forth, and you decide to tell the world, you upload to a public platform. I know Allah said this. I know He sent His messenger. I know He sent the Prophet the companions. I know they had battles. I know they got persecuted. I know they got beaten up. I know they got busted. Yeah, just to establish, yeah, how Islam should be practiced and how we should worship Allah. You come on and said, I don't care about that. Even though I know before I make this video, while I make this video, after I make this video, this sister, because what you're saying is basically, you should go out in public like this. Whether it's your non-hijabi or hijabi that sexualizes the hijab, you're telling them, you're telling public, you're telling millions of people on YouTube, yeah, basically, because once you upload it, it's uploaded, anyone can see it. You're telling them, basically, I know Allah and His messenger, you know, and the companions and the rest of stuff, they came in a sacred life to the life, and they told us to be this way. But I'm going to contradict that. I'm going to undo the Prophet's message, and I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what the Prophet said. I know he said to go out hijab like this, but I don't care. I want views, I want likes, I want people to say, mashallah, for the haram I'm doing. No, go outside like this. Go outside like this with your no hijab, no, you know, tight clothes, this, that, and so forth. Yes, I know Aisha sacrificed, but I don't care. I have to get views, I have to get likes. I'm going to make this video. I don't care what anyone says. So I'm going to upload videos after videos after videos after videos, yeah, saying look and show people I'm wearing these tight jeans, I'm wearing this top that's open, you know, I'm done all my hair in, you know, like out and done it up for everyone to look at, and I don't care. I don't care. That's dangerous. How can you do that? How do you do that? Just like the brother, I say to the brothers, how can you be a rapper and you know that the Prophet said work? He said, you know, not to do zina. He said not to take intoxicants. And you come along after knowing the Prophet came, you know. Isa and Noah was the first messenger, you know, that came out to the people. Adam was the first prophet and messenger. The messenger goes out to the people and teaches them. Listen, we know that Nuh alayhi salam, he went to the people, Musa, Isa, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we know there's many prophets that weren't mentioned. They went out to the people and told people how to be. And then you, brother, who's a rapper, come out and say, forget what the prophet said, yeah? You don't have to say these exact words. But what you're saying is that when you know the Prophet came out and he spread this deen, and the companions and the rest of them spread this deen, and then you come after and say, I know Muhammad said don't sell drugs, don't do zina, yeah, don't have gangs over postcodes and all this kind of stuff over different parts of the earth, but I don't care what they said. I don't care what they said. Yeah, I may be Muslim, I don't care what the Prophet said, I don't care what the companion said. I sell drugs and I'm proud of it. I do zina, I'm proud of it. You know, I sleep with, what is that? I stab bare people and I'm proud of it. That's what you're saying. Forget what Prophet Muhammad said. Forget what the companion said. Forget what Abu Bakr said. Forget what Omar said. Forget what Uthman said. Forget what Ali said. I know what everything they did and they said and what you should do and what you do, but I don't care about that. I'm saying I kill bear of Allah's creation. I sell drugs to bear of Allah's creation. I do zina with bear of Allah's creation, and I'm proud of it. It's suicide. It's suicide. Doing these kind of things is like just saying, "Oh Allah, take me," because the Prophet said, "All of my Ummah may be forgiven, except those who broadcast their evil." Yeah, it's just like saying, "Oh Allah, I know what you sent the Prophet with it and the companions with, but I'm telling mankind, yeah, to do the opposite. I know you said, well, ma khalaqtul jinna wal insa illa liya'budun, but I'm telling you to do the complete opposite of it." And that's what you're saying. When you do fashion hauls and you do upload these videos showing all these different type clothes, will show you, because it's not even just the clothing you show. You go to the beach. What is it? You go clubbing. You're wearing this makeup and what is it? You got this perfume and all this, and you're vlogging your whole life, and your life is against whether you wear hijab and you sexualize it, or you do fashion hauls like that, or whether you do a fashion hauls and you're not wearing hijab. Because wallahi, all these sisters that are on YouTube and this, like, none of them know the conditions of hijab anyway. Either they do know and they don't care, or they don't know. But the vast majority, they don't know. So they wear some outfit and wear some type, like, even if they was to wear like a veil or something or whatever it was, they wear a belt around it to show their hips and their size and all this kind of stuff. The point is, I'm trying to make is that Allah sent the Prophet, the companions, yeah, with a message, and it was put out and it was documented. And you come along and you make a YouTube channel and you tell the creation of Allah, yeah, through your actions, not to do what Allah said. The Prophet said, the companions of the rest of the said, don't do what they said. Follow my actions and don't wear hijab like Aisha. Don't wear hijab like Fatima. Don't wear hijab like Zainab and so forth. Yeah. Follow my lifestyle instead of Aisha's lifestyle. That's what you're saying. So the whole thing is that maybe you know something I don't know. Maybe you can put a lifestyle out there which you know is haram. Yeah. Maybe you can put a lifestyle out there that you know is haram. Yeah. Contradict your Prophet's messenger, and and it's just going to be easy to be given on the day of judgment. Maybe you know something I don't know. But the thing is this as well. The saddest thing about this as well, yeah, the saddest thing about this as well, you know for a fact that the majority of people that watch you are young Muslim kids. This is the saddest thing. You know from your meet and greets, and you knew even before them, because what happens is like this: you're a certain ethnicity, yeah, and the vast majority of people who watch your videos and saw it and so forth. For example, I talked generally about this situation, and I'm going to make a video to Chunks and Philly, because whenever you go on YouTube, they're on it. Yeah? Chunks and Philly must be the biggest people on YouTube at the moment. They started off with what? Doing little pranks and this, that, and the other and so forth. Now what? Dating programs about zina and, music videos and stuff like this. It always starts with little jokes and pranks and this, that. I even saw one thing where Jones is praying and stuff like that, and this is like a video, so obviously you have to plan it. He's praying and stuff like that, as reciting Surah Fatiha, and then his friend comes and knocks him, hits him on the shoulder and says, "Stop singing that song." I've got a video, it's in my playlist called Why You Have to Sell Out If You're a Muslim Vlogger. Because if you're just, and it was aimed at just general brothers and sisters. Yeah. But the thing is that for you to be a Muslim vlogger, yeah, you have to sell out. Because if you just told honest, I woke up, I prayed Fajr, I ate some food, I went to school, college, or work, and this, and if I came home, who cares? Who cares? Everyone does that. Well, not the praying part, but so you have to hype up. You have to do girlfriend tag, boyfriend tag. You know what I'm saying? I was it. Meet my girlfriend. What is it? I pretend to my mum, dad, I got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I pretend to get a tattoo. All this just like pointless. But anyway, the point I'm trying to say is this, yeah. Yeah, you're doing a fashion haul, but basically what you're doing, and when you vlog your life and you're not practicing, yeah, basically you're telling people, don't dress like Alicia, yeah, don't dress like the female companions, do this instead. Yeah, you're telling them, I go clubbing, I've got a boyfriend. I know Allah sent the Prophet and he said don't do zina, but I have a boyfriend and I'm open about it. And what's the sad thing is? The sad thing is that these people are proud. Like one of these sisters, who's a YouTube vlogger, she got pregnant from, I think, some Kafir guy. Obviously they were married and this that. And she's proud that she had a baby, and her and her father ain't together. She's like, I'm proud that I'm of my baby and I'm happy with my baby and this that and the other and so forth. And no one can judge me. Listen, you can't be. I don't care how many subscribers you got. You can't be proud that you had a baby from zina. I don't care. Call it not being being harsh or whatever, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you got and they're all liking your video and this, that, and the other, and say yes. I don't know. People say, "Mashallah, you had a baby from zina." I don't understand. But the point I'm trying to say is, if you're doing this vlogging stuff, this fashion, stop it, because you're in direct. It's like you're an enemy to the dawah, yeah. You're an enemy to the dawah of the Prophet and the companions, the rest of the Salaf. Yeah. So, and as I was saying, their fan base. You all know your fan base are little Muslim kids. Your fan base is little Muslim kids. And your supporters are little Muslim kids. Now we shouldn't have fans as Muslims. We should have supporters on the Quran. So now that support us in what's halal in what we do, and tell us the haqq in what's haram we do. Yeah, but when you have fans, yeah, the difference between fans and supporters on the Quran and Sunnah is that fans, yeah, regardless what you do, they will praise you. They will praise you and so forth. So there was these two sisters who did YouTube videos. One of them was wearing a hijab. The other one never was wearing a hijab. The one that was wearing a hijab has taken it off now. She's pregnant. And the thing is this, yeah, when they have their meet and greets, it's all little hijabi girls. Schoolgirls. You're influencing these people. You have influence over these kids. And when you show this life where you're in bikini or you go clubbing or this, that, and the other and so forth, or what is it? Boyfriend tag and all this stuff. What are you telling them? You're telling these young kids, yeah, is that, yeah, you're Muslim, and this, that, and the other, and zina is haram and stuff, but I don't care. I don't care what the Prophet said, zina is haram. I'm gonna upload the video, I'm gonna do the thumbnail, I know before, while, and after I'm making this video, it's wrong. But I don't care, I'm gonna do it anyway. When people try to advise you, only Allah can judge me, all this crap, this, that, I don't care what you're saying, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care. And you know that these young girls are impressionable and they copy you. Like nowadays, there was a time when you could tell the difference between a non-Muslim woman doing a fashion haul and a Muslim girl who's doing a fashion haul. Now you wouldn't be able to tell the clue. And you don't even have to chase this stuff. You just have to go on social media, go on the main page of Instagram, everything. Cleavage in your face, this, that, and the other, and so forth. Yeah? It's a joke. TikTok as well. TikTok is just a whole different subject. sisters like wearing hijab, uploading a video just talking about having sex, in different positions, in hijab, full hijab, and this, that, and so forth, or not hitting hijab. Either way, just talking about sex, talking about their private parts. Just no one gives a monkeys anymore. And it's sad that the big channels don't talk about it because they're afraid they're going to lose subscribers. What's the point of having a huge YouTube channel if you talk about nothing, just rainbows and daffodils and blue skies? What's the point of having a big audience if you don't speak about real issues because you're hostage to your audience then? What's the point? What's the point of having big audiences if you don't say anything, address the real issue straight on? So you have a big audience but you talk about nothing. Just say, mashallah, Khabib, he's so good, he does sujood. Yeah, but he's half naked in a room with naked women and stuff like that. And he's hitting people and busting people up for money. If a sister did what Khabib done, we'll be praising her with her aura showing and this and the other. She could do a trillion hamdallahs and sujood and all this stuff, Anyway, the point I'm trying to say, guys, is sister, if you're doing fashion hauls, if you're one of these sisters that's doing a fashion haul, just ask yourself, the creator of the heavens and the earth, Allah, the one that controls the planets, the one that controls the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the oceans, he sent the prophet. The prophet put that message out. He told the companions to put it out. When the verses came down about hijab, the female companions, they put it on. And now you come along knowing this, and you upload a video, a YouTube video, and you say, I know that. I know what Aisha did. I know what Fatima did. I know what Zainab did. But don't dress like that. I dress like this. Dress like me. I don't dress like them, dress like that. And that's what you're saying. I don't care what you said. I don't care if you don't say the exact words that Aisha used to dress like this, and I know it, and I'm telling you to dress different. That's what you're doing. The Prophet came to put something out in the dunya. Yeah, Aisha put something out in the dunya. Yeah, Abu Bakr, Uthman, Ali, Abu Bakr, Omar, Uthman, Ali, they put something out into the dunya. The Tabi'in, the Atba Tabi'in, they documented it. It was transferred orally. They put out the dunya so people knew how to be. You come along and you do the opposite. You don't have to say that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said to dress this way, and I'm telling you to dress a certain way. You don't have to say them exact ways. Them exact words. The fact that you're telling people to do the opposite to him is enough. It's like he'll say to people, it's like you do a video when you went club. You do videos when you go clubbing. You don't have to say that I'm telling you to. The Prophet said, don't do intoxicants, don't free mix, don't do this and so forth. And I'm telling you to do different. The fact that you vlogged out, you let the people know you went clubbing. The fact you're letting people know you don't wear hijab is that you're telling them to do the opposite. And the thing is, how do you do it? Where do you get the bravery to? How do you get the bravery? Yeah, I don't know how brothers do it as rappers, and I don't know how sisters do it with their fashion hauls and stuff. How do you do it? That the creator of the universe told you, that you're supposed to do A, B, and C, and you upload not doing A, B, and C. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? Knowing that you're contradicting the Prophet's message is going that way, your message is going that way. It's like your message is the Prophet's message is saying one thing and yours is saying do the opposite. Where do you get the bravery to do that from? Even when you sleep, it's uploaded on YouTube. It's uploaded on YouTube, and most videos have hundreds of views or thousands of views. Even while you're asleep, people are watching it, and you're just getting scenes. It's part of our belief as Muslims. We have something called Aqidah. It's part of our belief to believe that we have skills that weigh our good deeds and bad deeds. Can you imagine that I said this exactly the same for the rappers. 1,000 views on your video is 1,000 sins. Just like if you was to upload Quran, 1,000 views, yeah, is not 1,000 good deeds, because the way Allah's made it is that if you do a good deed, it's written down as 10, or it can be written down as more. But if you do a bad deed, it's written down as 1. But if you upload the Quran, you get reward for it every time someone sees it and every time someone hears it. But likewise, if you upload haram, you get a sin every time someone sees it and hears it. And while you're sleeping, it's just like thingy. And I said this about the brothers who do the rappers. Those brothers who are rapping and they've got hundreds of thousands of views on their music video, or they've got 1 million views on their YouTube. Whatever video is, if you do fashion hauls or you do music videos, yeah, you got 1,000 views, that's 1,000 sins. You got 10,000, views, that's 10,000 sins. You got 100,000 views, that's 100,000 sins. Forget the rest of your life. Think about Judgment Day. Forget the rest of your life. Forget all the mistakes we make and all the shortcomings we have, and forget it. Forget it. Just your tunes or your YouTube videos, yeah, your fashion haul videos or your music videos if you're a brother, yeah? Or even the musical videos have videos, because even that's what I'm saying. All of this stuff about the hijabi models and stuff, you notice one thing in all their videos: face music at the beginning, yeah, face full of makeup, yeah, you know, sexualized hijab, yeah. I guarantee you, any of these sisters that you do, yeah, see modeling hijab, yeah, doing fashion hauls with hijab, they got music in the videos, yeah. And they got a face full of makeup. Why? Because first of all, Aisha would never do. The whole point of hijab is not to be seen. How can you do fashion haul? Yeah, and it's a lifestyle. Music is a lifestyle. That's a whole different subject. Music is a lifestyle. That's why these sisters that, you know, do the hijab tutorials, yeah, and so forth, they always have music at the beginning of their video. They have a face full of makeup, and then the hijab is all sexified. Why? Because it's a lifestyle. That whole hijab thing is nothing to do with hijab, really, to be honest with you. It's just sexualized clothing. But the point is, what I'm gonna say is that these views, like, even while you sleep, you get sin for it. And how can you know that Allah and the Messenger told a woman to dress a certain way and you upload it? Yeah. The last point that I wanted to make is that it doesn't matter whether you're religious or not. A lot of people say, what is it? I'm not religious. You know, I never asked to. I'm not religious. I'm not a role model. This, that, and the other. Tough, I say. Tough. You was born into Islam. You was born into Islam, yeah, and you was born into the Haqq. You were given two parents Muslim, yeah. They might not be the best of people, but they're not the worst of people. Like, you was born into Islam. You didn't have to search. You didn't have to go through anything. You was born into Islam, yeah. You saw Islam in your house to some degree. Yes, there's some culture mixed in it, and there's maybe some bid'ahs, but you was born into Islam in general. You have Muslim mum, Muslim dad, you have Muslim uncles and aunties. You were born into Islam. You was born into truth. Yes? The contract is that because you were born in the truth and you know better than most people, is that you have to be responsible in public, whether you want to be or not. You was born in the truth. That's a big enough favor. Yeah? You was born into the truth. So the thing is, yeah, is that now you have a responsibility of that when you're in public, because you know better than the average person, to be an example. So whether you want to be a role model or not, yeah, when you upload videos to YouTube or TikTok or just you're a role model whether you want to be or not. And everyone knows you're Muslim anyway. And if you're saying that's unfair, would you rather be fair? Because you might think, like, I want to upload videos to YouTube not wearing hijab. I want attention I want to do makeup. I want to, I want attention. I want, like, people to praise me and like me and this, that, and the other and so forth. Yeah? Because whether you admit or not, selfies and these videos and all this stuff, yeah, it's not for yourself. Well, it's not for yourself. You wanna what is it?
No one cares.
Yeah, whether you admit it or not, these videos are not for you. They're not for you. You can say it's all for yourself. These selfies, these photos, it's not for you. And I'll prove it. If you want to know how you look, you just look in the mirror. It's very simple. You look in the mirror and you know how you look. Yeah. It's not for yourself. The thing is this: if you upload a video on Instagram, TikTok, where any social media, wallahi, this is the truth, yeah. If no one likes it, if no one comments on it, if there's no reaction to it, you feel away. Why? Because you know you can look in the mirror to see how you look. Yeah, you can you know what I'm saying, look at the camera on your phone and see how you look. But the reason why you upload it on social media to a public platform, yeah, is you can't lie. You cannot lie that if you don't get a reaction, if you don't get a comment, if you don't get likes of your photo when you upload it and so forth, yeah, you feel away, you feel disappointed. Don't tell you upload a photo, yeah, you upload a photo and you go back, you keep on refreshing it to see minutes after minutes after minutes to see if there's any reaction. Why? If it's for yourself, it's simple. If you want to know how you look in you look in the mirror. No, you want to get likes of people. The reason why you want to do fashion hauls and all this kind of stuff is to get likes of it. And the whole point of hijab is not to get attention, is not to be noticed. But the whole thing is, whether you wear hijab or not, the point is that as a Muslim, you was born into the truth. You may think, it's unfair. I want to upload videos. I want to do fashion hauls. I want to do all these things. I want to, do different makeup. I want the freedom to upload these videos and do all this stuff. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you was born into the truth. You was born into the correct religion. You was born into the correct deen. And part of that is because you know better and you've been given guidance, you have to be responsible in public. People know you're Muslim. Yeah, and you have guidance. Yeah. So the whole thing is that because of that blessing, you have a responsibility. Unless you're saying that you would prefer not to be born Muslim and for people not to know you're not Muslim, yeah, and you have the freedom to upload these videos, wearing tight clothes and showing off your private parts and doing all this makeup and doing all this dancing and all talking about your zina and having boyfriends and all this stuff. And then you die and go to Jahannam. If you're saying that you would prefer the attention of social media, yeah, and not become Muslim and not know the truth and not have this responsibility, then no one is forcing you to be Muslims. You can do it. You can have the freedom to do whatever you want to do and so forth, and leave Islam if you want to, and then go to Jahannam for eternity. You could choose to do that. No one's forcing you to be Muslim. It's a blessing for you if you're Muslim. But if you're going to accept Islam, and you know it's the truth, and you know it's a blessing, and you know it's a guidance, and you know there's going to be trillions of people that lived on this earth, but only a few choose to take their blessing, yeah, and accept their blessing, and accept Tawheed and try, even if they have mistakes and so forth, like eventually they will go to Jannah. But if you're saying that you would rather, not be a Muslim and be able to do whatever you want to do, no one's stopping you. But the point is that you should be grateful that you was born into the truth. You don't have to search for it. You had Muslim mum, Muslim father, Muslim uncles, Muslim aunties, yeah, and that you was given guidance. And with that guidance, that means you can't do certain things on YouTube and social media and this, that, and the other because you know better. You've been given the truth, and you influence other people when you upload videos to social media platforms. And like I said, I don't know how you upload this haram lifestyle to a public platform with millions when you know that you're diverting them from the way of Allah, and two, when you know your Muslim base is young Muslim kids, young pre-teen Muslim kids, and they follow you. And they're wearing hijab because their mum and their dad made them wear hijab, or that they're not smoking and drinking because their mum and dad told them not to smoke and drink and so forth, and then you upload a fashion haul, in a restaurant or something, drinking wine, or doing a boyfriend tag and this and whatever, you're basically telling them to disobey Allah and disobey the messenger. So anyway, I'm gonna read through your comments and stuff on, and if you've got any statements you want to make them. I'm gonna read them out, inshallah. Tell you whether I agree or disagree with them. If there's any questions, then put them in now, inshallah. I'm gonna wrap up, inshallah. Okay, let me check Instagram. I don't know, sometimes some people put some stupid things. I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to go to the first question, but this question really makes no sense. So if you can't be perfect Muslim, just leave the deen. Makes sense. If it was this case. Right, I'm going to go back to the first questions after I answer this question. But this sister put earlier, no. It's not about being a perfect Muslim. It's not about being a perfect Muslim. No one forces you to upload videos to YouTube. No one forces you. You have to put effort into uploading videos to YouTube. So the whole thing is this. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. If you're choosing, to upload videos and you're telling people, Allah has told you, the Prophet has told you, Aisha has told you that this is how a Muslim woman should be in public. You're uploading videos telling people, don't do what Allah said. Don't do what Allah said. Follow me, yes? Follow me and do opposite to what Allah said, the Prophet said, the Messenger said. Is that someone who's grateful to Allah? That's what I want to ask you. Why do you have to upload? The problem is, why do you have to upload videos? Upload videos to Allah's creation, telling them to dress differently from how Allah and His Messenger. Why do you have to? Why is there such a need? Why do you have to put all that effort to upload a video? To tell people don't do what Allah said, do the Messenger. That's the problem. Why? Why do you have to do it? Unless you're saying that likes and comments and so forth are more important to me, than people falling in line with His Messenger. Why? If you can look at yourself if you want to look at yourself. You don't. That's the thing. You don't. It's not for you. It's for other people. You can. A sister can look in the mirror and see how she is. She can do makeup in the mirror and see how she was. She can wear whatever outfit she wants. And look at it in the mirror or look at it on her camera on her phone. Why do you have to upload it to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram? Apart from you're selfish and you want to misguide people. Why? Anyway, let me go to the question in order, inshallah. Cool. Okay, Assalamu alaikum to everyone who said, gave salams and so forth. Okay. Okay. Nasa al-Maraki wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is meditation or using law for attraction haram or halal? I don't know. Meditation. I'm not going to say. I'm going to say this. We got prayer instead of meditation. Rather than, there's nothing wrong with just chilling out. But I would say use prayer. What's the difference between prayer and meditation? Prayer, you can speak to Allah directly, But there's nothing wrong with just chilling out and stuff. But as for meditation, I'd have to look deeply into that thing and so forth, because there's prayer. I would just say stick with what the Prophet did and so forth. But we know the Prophet used to go into the cave, but he used to pray to Allah and so forth. So the best thing is to speak to Allah. But there's nothing wrong with taking time out to just ponder on Allah's creation and just clear your mind and so forth. Anyway. No one said, I never said once that if someone doesn't wear hijab, please guys, listen to what I'm saying in the talk. I never once said if someone doesn't wear hijab, they're not Muslim. I never said anything similar to that. I never said anything close to that. Where did I say that if you don't wear hijab, you're not a Muslim? I said many times to the sisters that do fashion halls, whether they wear hijab or not. Sisters who wear hijab, do fashion halls in hijab or not. I never once said if someone doesn't wear Muslim and stuff, but it's a major sin if you don't wear it. I don't know. I don't know how you could be so bothered by the way other Muslims are living their life. Okay, do you know why? Okay, the reason why I'm concerned how other Muslims live their life is because there's younger Muslims who look up to these Muslims. So, the reason why I'm concerned is because there's younger Muslims that look up to these younger Muslims. That doesn't make sense. That's like me saying, doing a talk about drug dealers, yeah? And you say, I don't know why you're so involved, you're talking about why you're so concerned about other people. I'm concerned. The reason why I'm talking about drug dealers, the reason why I'm talking about rappers is because they affect younger Muslims. That's why, and they lead them astray. These sisters that vlog this life of, not wearing hijab, going clubbing and having boyfriends and stuff, they're misguiding other people. And the Prophet said that all of the Ummah, the Ummah is one. When one part of the Ummah hurts, the other one hurts. That's why I'm concerned. Guys, I don't know why you're saying the video request when I don't know you, to be alive. Oh, I know who this person is pretending to be Alia. And now go and look after your kids, mate. I know who this person is. I'm not mad. Probably, why are you so mad? Am I mad? Do I look angry to you? Do I look upset? No. But don't worry. I guess you got too much time on your hand. Yeah. Goodbye. Alia? You are the leakest wink. Goodbye. You are fired. Yeah, Malika, yeah, she's bored. F the poetry. I don't know what you mean by that. There's alhamdulillah, there's nothing wrong with, having a family, a man, woman, wife, and children and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Thank you, Elias. Elias is chatting rubbish. Yeah, anyway, let me just talk. Some people be so indoctrinated by feminism, boy. What are you talking about? How does that make any sense? If you talk, why are you concerned about other Muslims? Yes, because the Prophet told us to live a certain way, and there's Muslims that upload vlog to YouTube telling people to live the other day. Look at, for example, Chunks and Philly. Young little Muslim boys look up to them. They look up to them and they do all these dating things, dancing with girls, you know what I'm saying? Kissing their hands, hugging them and all this stuff, talking about their private parts. And if you speak about it, you're extremist. So what, we just allow it to happen, and let the Muslims just copy them and just whatever. Anyway, feel free to leave this live if you don't like it. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, man. Very true. Z Sharaki. Very true. Times are there. SubhanAllah. where the Prophet said the time will come when people permit zina and music, yes, and that one will be wearing clothes but naked, yes, exactly. Thank you. She's not talking off her own head. She's quoting a hadith. The Prophet said there will come a time when people will make music, zina, and alcohol halal. Thank you. Zisha lucky. Men has lost their glory. Yeah, they have. They have. Uh, they have. There's many brothers, couples on TV. There's many Muslims on TV, and the husband, he's got his wife not dressed properly. Or I saw the one couple where the wife is in the front and she's a dancing choreographer and she dances to all these tunes, and the husband is in the back with the child, and like she just dancing to tunes. She just uploads her and her family. Yeah, she's in the front. The father's in the back dancing with their little kid and this that the other so forth. And it's just like, yeah, he says nothing, you know. Okay, ZRZ, Shakari. Alas, you're saying this because you have no knowledge. Do you permit anything you want with your intellect, even though the Sharia made it forbidden to seek knowledge will lie? Haq. Aisha, Queen, 100% true. Alas, they can say that indirectly. Of course, if I upload myself drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes, and I know the Prophet said intoxicants are haram, then I'm telling you to do the opposite of the Prophet. I'm showing you with my actions to do opposite of the Prophet. SubhanAllah. It's simple. No, there's plenty of these influencers take off hijab, free mixing, and Muslim. They implement the deen, and they implement the deen in their video, and make others think of this is fine because so and so. Yeah, I think what she's trying to say, there's plenty of people who because no, you don't. No, you don't. It's not their choice to upload it. You don't have a choice because it's the person's. No, as a Muslim, you don't have the choice to upload what you want to YouTube. You don't. You don't have. You don't have the choice to do it. You don't have the choice as a Muslim to upload haram thing. The Prophet said, "All of my ummah may be forgiven except those that expose the film." The Prophet told you not to expose your sins. I meditate every day. It's really good. That's your opinion. You haven't quoted Allah said, all the messenger said, so we don't follow that. LS, what about the Muslim influence empower homosexuals to come out and say it's halal? Yes, exactly. Do they tell people? Do they not tell people? Of course they tell people to go. Okay, I fully support people that are LGBT Muslims that are beautiful and courageous. How are they beautiful and courageous? How are they? See, if you're a gay Muslim and you know it's wrong, then you're still Muslim. But if you believe it's okay, yeah, it's okay to do sexual acts, yeah, because you get thoughts from shaitan, yeah. But if you believe it's halal to actually do sexual acts um, um, with the same gender, then you're not Muslim anymore. Because the Prophet, the people of the Prophet Lot's time, Allah destroyed them because they would have to have sex with the same gender. That was the reason they were destroyed, because they tried to have sex with the same gender. So people you can think is beautiful and great, but Allah didn't think it was beautiful and great. So if someone has thoughts, because shaitan has people and puts thoughts in their mind, yeah, that having that thought and this, that, and the other things from shaitan is not your. It's like you're not blameworthy for that, but you're blamed if you act on it. If you act on it and you do it and you believe it's halal, then you're not Muslim. If you do it knowing it's haram, as the sexual act, yeah, and if you have the thought and you know the thought is wrong and the person does the sexual act but they know it's haram and it's a major sin, yeah, then they're still Muslim. If they believe it's okay, then they're not Muslim anymore, because Allah said so. Allah destroyed people because they wanted to have sexual relationships with the same gender. Simple. Was Malaga encourages people. I mean, okay, why am I kicking? I was once here and stuff. Why you keep people out of this life? Because they disagree with you. Oh, because this is not a democracy. That's why. This is not a democracy. You're not free to spread haram, bid'ah, or sins in my life. That's it. My life is not a democracy. But I know his. You like not. If you don't like my life and you disagree with it, then it's cool. Anyway, goodbye to you. You are the weakest link. You are fired. Yeah. Ellis, are you saying me three mixes high? You never heard of flute, alayhi salam, and these people. Okay, good. Exactly. A yeah, a yet king. Jazakallah khairan. It's my life. I can do what I want. Yeah. Music. Abdul Razak. Music and zina go hand in hand. Yes, they do. Uh, AJ Lincoln. What's your advice for brothers who can't get married at the same time have a strong desire and go uni? It's a big question, bro. Um, inbox me on Instagram. Obviously, you're on Instagram. Inbox me and we're talking, inshallah, akhi. Um, that's a whole subject. But what I would say is that if they have strong desires and go uni. If you're not going uni already, then there's trades you can learn, there's courses you can do where you don't have to go uni, there's things you can learn online and so forth. But that's a whole different subject, bro. Um, Inbox me and inshallah I'll try and send you some links about it. Yeah, that will help you. Yeah, no one's forcing them to be in this life if they don't like it. It's free. There's a button there's a cross at the top that you can leave, ain't it? I'm sure you came into this live and you know how to join and you know how not to. Um, Abdul Razak, we need to study self the prophets. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Yes, I was here. You listen. He said if you believe it's halal. Yeah, now these people they just want to hear what they just want to hear what I want to say. Anyway, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more questions. So if there's no more questions on, sorry, yeah, let me just check YouTube. Okay, Janice Brown. Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. Barakatuh. You can meditate, nothing wrong with it. Bill. Okay, you haven't given Allah said or the messenger said. Yeah? Unless you imitate, yeah. Whose definition of meditate? Meditate and so forth. You know? Like I said, you can pray to Allah directly. Or you can just relax, say that you can. I don't like using the terms that other people come up with and so forth, But you can pray Salat and talk to Allah, or you can just, sit and reflect, look at Allah's creation, clear your mind and stuff like that. But actually, I don't feel comfortable using the term meditate, because different cultures mean different things by meditate. You know what I'm saying? When a Hindu says you can meditate, or Christian says you can meditate, or atheists say that you can meditate, they might be saying be one with the universe, talk to the universe. They might say, like, I don't know, man. So I just rather stick with the terms that the Quran and Sunnah uses. It's better to be safe than sorry. But we know that it's okay to sit, ponder on Allah's creation, and to and just to you know, just to make your mind flow and think about things, you know, think about God's creation, you know, think about the was it why we're here on earth, think about our purpose in life, so forth. Like Allah says in the Quran, do you not reflect? Do you not, you know, contemplate many times? You know. Anyway, cool people, man. You know, um, I've said what I want to say. I'm sure I said my message as clear as I think I could. Forgive me if I seemed a bit tired in these videos. I do these videos after work because, alhamdulillah, it's one of the times when I've got no interruptions and so forth. Um, sorry if so if the message wasn't 100%, I try my best, inshallah, to put it across clear and so forth. And yeah, if you want to see any of my other podcasts, then if you're on Instagram, go to my bio, and the link is in the bio to my list of podcasts. And if you're on YouTube, then just go to my uploads, inshallah. Anyway, thank you for listening at this time. Jazakallah and assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Take care, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.